Hello everyone, so today in this video we are going to discuss this question interesting sequence which is asked in Codeforces Round 843 Div.2. In this question we are given two integers, one is x and other is one is n and other is x, and we need to find the smallest number m such that n into n and n plus 1 and n plus 2 so until m is equal to x. This m should be the minimal number, and in this question, the constraints given to us are n and x can be of the range 10 to the power 18 also. So we have to use long int as we need to find the minimal m. So it is very obvious that we can apply the concept of binary search. So let's understand how we can apply the concept of binary search here. Let's take this example for. So let's take this example. In this example, we can see that the AND of 10 and 11 and 12 is equal to 8. So the minimum value which we can, the minimum value of m which we can get here, n is 10, x is 8, and therefore and m is 12. Minimum value is 12. So what we can do is how we can apply the concept of binary search. We know that we have to find a value m which is always greater than or equal to n. M should always be greater than and equal to n. So what we can do is we can make a start. We can make a start which is equal to n, and we can make an end. Let's say end is very high value 118. Why we are taking it to be as 118? Because the constraints of n and x are of the range 118. 118 is actually 10 to the power 18 only. So our start is actually equal to n and end is actually equal to 118. Let's say, for an instance, let's say we know that how to find n, how to find actually the AND of all the numbers in the range. Suppose we are given two numbers a and b, and we want to find the AND of all the numbers in the range a say b, that is a and a plus 1 and a plus 2 so on till b and b. Let's say we know how to find this. For instance, let's say we know, I will tell you how to find this later on in this video, but for now let's say we know how to find this. So what we will do is we will given start is equal to n and end is equal to 118. We will apply the binary search. We will apply mid. We will find mid. Let's say mid is some value n plus 118 by 2. At this mid we can check. Now we have mid. Here it is my start, here it is my end, and here it is my end, and here it is my mid. And I have also a which is initially equal to start. Actually a is actually n, also n which is equal to start. So what I did is I have taken the start, I have taken the end, and I have found the mid. Now what I will do is I will find AND of all the numbers from n till mid. If by finding all the number AND of all the numbers from n till mid, I found out that this value is actually greater than x, the AND of all the numbers in this range, the range with black color which I am marking, the AND of all the numbers in this range is greater than x. If that is greater than x, it means as we know that the AND of two values decreases the value. It means we want the AND of these numbers with some more other numbers, so that the overall value of AND decreases and it becomes equal to x. If it is equal to x, then if it is greater than x, then what we will do is we will do start is equal to and start is equal to mid plus 1. Why start is equal to mid plus 1? Because we want that to include or more values. We want to include more values into the AND of this range, so that the value decreases and it becomes equal to x. If it is equal to x, then we will say okay, this might be our answer, and we will do n is equal to mid minus 1. If it is less than x, suppose the value is less than x, it means we have taken a lot of values whose and therefore the AND comes out to be less than x. So what we will do is we will do n is equal to mid minus 1. So this is the how we apply the concept of binary search. Now we will understand how we will find the AND of that. Like I said, we have to find the AND of all the elements in this range. So suppose we are given two numbers a and b. Suppose we are given two numbers a, b, and we want to find the AND of all the numbers in the range inclusive of this. So how we will find out this? So the way, suppose we are given a to be 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1, and we are given b to be 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1. Suppose we are given a this and b is this. So what we can do is we will traverse both the arrays. Actually, when we are writing the code, we won't traverse from left to right, but as I'm explaining this to you, that's why I'm saying that we have to traverse from left to right. So we will traverse from left to right in both of them. What we will see is, we can see both the ones are equal, both the zeros are equal, both the zeros are equal, both the ones are equal. Now both this 0 and this one are not equal. It means all the values from here till here are same. It means there is no change from a to b in this section. As there is no change from a to b in this section, there it means what I can say is, from a till b all the numbers must have 1 here, must have 0 here, must have 0 here, must have 1 here. So all the numbers have 1 here, 0 here, 0 here, 1 here. It means the AND of all ones is 1, the AND of all zeros is 0. Now here AND of all zeros is 0 and AND of all ones is 1. From here we can say that as the numbers are changing from a to b, zeros are converted to ones, ones are 0, and there are some 0, there are some ones. It means there is a possibility, or I can say there is a 100% surety that in this section the numbers are changing. So I can say that here all the numbers are 0. Why? Because ones are converted, there are some ones, there are some ones, here there are some zeros, suppose there are some zeros, some ones. So AND of ones and zeros is zeros, AND of ones and zeros is zeros, AND of ones and zeros is zeros, AND of ones and zeros is zeros. So what I can say is, traverse both from left to right and see how many, which part is matching. If here this part is matching, to copy down that part exactly, and the remaining part should be filled with 0. So what our final answer become is 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 0. So let's move on to the code section and see how we can code it out. So we can see that I made start is equal to a and end is equal to 5 into 118. I made it as 5 into 118 because I think in the question it is given that the maximum value it can reach is actually 518 here. It does not exceed 518. That's why I have taken it to be as 518. Then I had found the mid. Then what I had done is from A till mid, I have found the AND of all the values. From A till mid, I say if from A till mid the AND of all the values is greater than B. B is actually X, which we are given to us in the question. So I have write B, N as A and X as B. So if that AND is greater than B, so then what we will do is, actually if that AND is greater than B, it means we want more values to get AND up with that range, because ANDing with more values led to decrement of value, and because of which, because of decrement, the val gets reduces to B. So we had made start plus 1, start is equal to mid plus 1. If val is less than B, then we had made end is equal to mid minus 1. Why we had made end is equal to mid minus 1? Because we had taken some value and its AND is taken a range from A till mid, and its AND is come out to be less than B. It means we had taken so many values in the range, so we want to decrease the number of values in the range so that our AND does not exceed B. So our AND, that is the AND, does not less than B. That is, we would not have to cover more values. So we have to, as we have to cover less values, therefore end is equal to mid minus 1. Else answer is mid, and we had made end is equal to mid minus 1. Why we had made end is equal to mid minus 1? Because it might be possibility that I get AND at this point of time. Suppose I get 8 at this mid, but there is a previous value somewhere who and till that value also gives us 8. So I had made and equal to mid minus 1. Now this is the code of how to find and of all the values in the range is a to b. Here I had made is at each instance I have actually left shift. Actually I had right shift a and b by 1. As we have right shift a and b by 1, so what would happen is this section remains, this section goes, then this section goes, then this section goes, as I am right shifting a by 1 and left right shifting b by 1. At the end we can see that the a becomes equal to b, we can see that the now a becomes equal to b. When a becomes equal to b, we will say okay, that is the value of a which we are having. And we also count the number of things which we have removed, which I am now marking with straight horizontal lines, straight vertical lines. These will get removed. So I will maintain the shift count, and then a left shift count will give me this value 1001 4 times 0. In this way we can code out this question